Hey everybody, Dirili here. I'm sorry, but I probably won't be able to maintain this semi-cheerful tone for this whole video. I'm feeling quite upset, frustrated, furious, depressed, and totally lost all at once right now. It was 3 a.m. when I was just about to go to bed after working late as usual, when this horrible thing happened, and now I won't be able to sleep tonight. Actually, by now it's 5 o'clock because I had to write down all this information to make sure I didn't miss anything, and it took me that long to write it. So, I'm going to try to do a short explanation first about how this affects things, and then I'm going to rant away for a while. So after this has been recorded, I'll put a note in so all you know where the pertinent information stops and the ranting begins. So I got a fraudulent copyright strike for a false claim on my Nor 9 reading of Ron's extra short story video, claimed by someone called Molebeat, who apparently claims that they own the Nor 9 anime, which they clearly do not. Before I submitted my counter notification, I read around a bit, and apparently there is currently a crisis going on with YouTube right now with the rampant false claims, and I'll put some links in the description below for references. Some YouTubers, big and small, have lost their channels, or a week's worth of revenue, or access to important features on YouTube. Nostalgia Critic and some other larger YouTubers that have been affected have advised that we go ahead and talk to all of you out there about it and ask for help. The thing is, they don't really say what people could actually do to help. But I don't know, I guess maybe they mean by like tweeting and retweeting about the issue or blogging, you know. So I believe that's how Nostalgia Critic got his monetization back, at least after 3 weeks of waiting, though it's now been a month and they're still working on his copyright strike, so he's still limited to 15-minute videos after all this time. And the thing is, he's got 300,000 subscribers, and I'm just the fledgling little channel as far as most of YouTube is concerned. So as much as I love all you wonderful people out there who have supported and stuck with me, I'm not sure if I'll be heard amongst the throngs of other sufferers out there. I mean, I'm trying to grow, and while also trying to help a small industry of the ultimate gaming grow, and I'm fine with slow growing as long as it's helping, but that definitely makes it hard to fight off attacks like this. So yeah, if you all can take a little bit of time to retweet or reblog my posts, and I'll link those below, maybe that'll help somehow to facilitate things. I guess I can say that I'm a little bit lucky, because the worst thing that happened to me is that I lost the ability to upload videos over 15 minutes long, but that is actually still a pretty horrible thing, as I'll explain in just a minute. Fortunately, I still have my monetization, as meager as that is, but fan funding has been grayed out for me, so I'm not sure if that means that my Patreon account can't be linked directly to YouTube anymore or not. I'll have to do some more research because there's just so much information to go through. Okay, so basically now the biggest thing that will affect you all out there is that since I can only upload 15-minute videos or shorter until this gets straightened out, well, fortunately my translated videos are all under 15 minutes anyway, but unfortunately, after working nearly non-stop for 5 days, trying so hard to get just a little bit ahead of the curve so I could have a little bit of time to fit in for extra activities, late tonight before I received that notice from hell, I had just finished an amnesia video today that would have had me set for the next 5 days. Now, all of those videos are just over 30 minutes, so typically about 33 or so, which means I'm going to have to break all of those videos down into 2 or 3 parts and upload them all separately. And I'm not going to make people wait, you know, I'm not going to just give short videos each day. I'm going to upload 30 minutes worth of amnesia every day, but it's going to be several videos. Like I said, most of the videos are over 30 minutes, so it's going to be 3 segments, you know, like 3 segments of 12 minutes or something. And it's going to be every day until I get my friggin' limit, over 15-minute limit back. God, this is so frustrating. And as annoying as this is for both you and me, I don't want it to be any more of a pain in the butt for viewers than it has to be. And I have no desire to try to turn things around and take advantage of extra monetization or anything from the extra videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to monetize the first video in the broken up 30-minute segment. But because I have to divide the videos up, my episode of Amnesia might be a little late today since I have to break that up and do all the exporting and all that crap. And I try to be conscientious about monetization. I don't monetize videos that I'm giving news about, like when I talk about anime starting or telling people about Kickstarters for a game. I don't monetize audio logs anymore, though I might have in the beginning. I can't remember if I did or not. Because, it just would have been because I wasn't really thinking. Yeah, I lost a bunch of other features too that aren't really applicable to me. Yeah, I don't really take advantage of everything that they have to offer. Like, I don't do streaming, but I wouldn't be able to do streaming now because of this stupid copyright strike. Alright, so here's the big divide in the video. That's all the pertinent information that really affects viewers. The rest of this is all the nasty details, followed by some ranting and whining. Now, as I mentioned, this Molebeak claims that they own the Norn 9 anime, and they claim that I infringed upon it. Now I have 3 theories here. Number 1, it could be just a simple troll, since random strikes are apparently in season, and a lot of people are getting them. Number 2, it could be someone else who's doing visual novel read-throughs, and is trying to give their perceived competition a hard time. I don't really see people as competition. I mean, I think when you're reading virtual novels, it's kind of like, different actresses and actors or whatever. Some people prefer to listen to things read a certain way, or they like to hear different voices. To me, it's a non-issue. I don't really see anybody as competition, So I think that's kind of silly. Or option number 3, which I think is the most likely, that there is some rabid fan out there who is trying to champion the anime companies, have all the Norn 9 anime episodes that have been illegally uploaded to YouTube removed. They're pretending that they own Norn 9 and asking them to be removed on behalf of the real owners. But that in itself is illegal because they don't own the rights. And yes, it is illegal to upload episodes of the Norn 9 anime since it is licensed by various companies. However, Let's Plays of the games fall under fair usage, and all the companies involved have deemed it okay, including Axis, Ultimate, and Idea Factory. In fact, I actually received a private message from someone at Idea Factory just 2 days ago. They thanked me for doing videos of their games and said that they hope to see more. And they left me with some contact info. Well, I hope it was official. I have no real way of knowing that, except that the links and the email seemed legitimate, although I think I may have only received the message because of my video pointing to their Kickstarter for Beastmaster and Prince. It would be nice to think that they actually like my other videos too, though. But anyway, maybe, just maybe, this person accidentally thought that my video contained stolen footage for the anime episodes, but I can guarantee that it doesn't, as I have never used, downloaded, or pirated a single second of footage from any of the anime episodes ever. Even in my video where I announced to viewers that the anime was now on Hulu, I simply used official art from Otome's official game site page, not even a page about the anime. So yeah, it's a totally bull and totally bogus claim. The thing that I'm worried about most is that since they have so many claims to look through, it'll be so easy for them to overlook the distinction between the anime and the game, since in my experience with these things, they do not read correspondences carefully. And even though you bold important parts and you put them in extra large lettering, they still don't get the point. And you have to write to them dozens of times before maybe someone actually reads and understands what you're trying to say. But really, seriously, the fact that the claim was made by someone who had no right to make it in the first place should also be a factor. But who knows if YouTube even bothers to confirm that or not? And who knows if that person or other people will try to make further claims and I lose my channel completely because, that was one copyright strike. You get 3 and your channel's gone. And these people who make the false claims, they suffer no repercussions whatsoever. They can do this infinitely with no blowback, the way things are right now. See, this all has me really scared for the future too, because this is my 3rd venture into something that's sort of like a small business, but given the factors above, it's by far the most precarious, because it's just so easy to lose it. It's like a house of cards. Usually most people don't like to talk about money issues, but I think in the beginning, really, it's not such a big deal because you're really not talking about much money in the first place anyway. Generally, you don't make any money of consequence on YouTube unless you're in the hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So I've got a long way to go if this were ever to become a profitable thing for me at all. When I first started, I figured that like in my previous ventures, it would take me about a year to really get things set up and established. And if things worked out, then I would see some growth in the most growth in the second year. It was never a thought that I was going to get rich here at all, not a plan. But I was hoping to eventually at least make enough to cover the cost of running the channel itself, and maybe helping to pay a few bills or for a few meals, all while trying to help grow an industry that I love, enjoying games that I love, and talking to other people who love the same things, and hopefully helping some people to relax and take their mind off things. Obviously, in the beginning, it's all costs. I bought some equipment, charged quite a bit, which will take me some time to pay off. That modded Vita was particularly expensive, and I have yet to find any way to import Japanese games at lower costs, so they're very expensive to buy. I pay my translator for Rain de Fleur as I had not had any luck finding anyone for a while, and I had to go to a hiring agency to find her, and she's also my only one full-time translator. And I also have a friend that I pay monthly to perform certain services for me that helps immensely to free some time up for me that I really need so badly because I have trouble keeping up with the releases as they are, but with his help, helping me take care of some other things, that actually helped me to let me keep up with my regular schedule of releases. And then on the other side of that, even though I'm ecstatically happy to be over 1,000 subscribers this fast, that doesn't equate to much ad revenue yet. Not enough for me to meet a payment threshold every month. I have a Patreon account, but so far I've only felt right about promoting that with my Rain de Fleur videos, since those are the ones that I pay for translations on. And that's the bulk of my monthly costs besides paying off the initial equipment investment. However, at the moment I only have a handful of backers, and I get maybe about $11 a month from Patreon. It is still kind of early in the translating game for me though, and I was hoping to slowly gain patrons over time, particularly when it was getting close to starting a new title. So basically, after adding and subtracting between the two, right now I'm paying approximately $300 a month out of pocket to run the channel. And honestly, I'm so rabid right now about trying to get otome games more famous, I do still deem it totally worth it. I get pretty determined when I set my mind to a goal. But what really scares me and worries me is that just a little bit of harassment could so easily take all of it away, I mean, investing $300 a month for, well, who knows how long I'll get to do it. And nearly every waking second of my life for months, putting work into these videos, And it could just be gone in the blink of an eye. Alright, well, it's nearly 5:30 a.m. and I'm super tired. And I'd like to get some sleep. I actually tired myself out finally, although I'm still going to take a sleeping pill to actually sleep and relax and stop freaking out over this, because I am freaking out over this. I'm really, really upset, and I can't even imagine how long this is going to take. I'm going to be, oh my god, how long am I going to be stuck with 15-minute videos? I'm so sorry to all of you that are going to have to suffer through that. And if anybody can help in any way, if anybody knows anything else that I can do on my end, let me know. But I've been reading up stuff and I think I've done everything that I can at this point, as far as I know. Well, you can check out the links below for information about other people suffering from the same type of thing. And, spread some information, tweets, blogs, whatever. It could help me some. And other people who are suffering from the same thing. I think I heard a lot of channels that have anime-based material have been suffering from the same thing. In fact, one person who did a review of Totoro had a claim against them, and all they did was talk about it. They didn't even have any pictures or footage or toys or anything in the video. They just talked about it. and there was still a copyright claim. So it's really out of hand. Well, I'm sorry to be such a downer in this video. I should have been working on making an audio log, and I can't call this an audio log because I can't just make such a depressing thing an audio log. But I won't be able to make an audio log for a while because I have to fix all those videos that are going to have to get cut down. And just when I thought I was catching up, just when you think you're getting out, they pull you back in. I hope to see you all soon under much better circumstances. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for any support that you give. And as always, I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.